welcome back to the channel. We are so glad you're here. We are Mile High Beach, and we are continuing our campground or RV park reviews. So today we will be talking about the Gold Ranch Casino and RV Park that was located in Verdi, Nevada. And without any further ado, let's talk about Gold Ranch.
Yes. So we do these campground reviews because we're a big rig. So I don't know if you've been following the channel, you would know. And if you're new here, welcome. We have a 44-foot fifth wheel toy hauler and a very big truck. We have an F450 truck. And all of that together is about 66 feet. And so when you're pulling into a campground that has a big old sign on the front that says big rig friendly, and you can't get into the entrance and you can't get to your spot, and once you get in your spot you can't get out of it,
You start to question.
you start to wonder,
big rig friendly
what does that even mean? Right. So that's why we do these reviews, because we're giving you the benefit of our experience. And at the end of this video, we're going to give this a thumbs up, a sideways thumb, or a downward thumb, boo.
So make sure you stick around.
Yeah, stick around for that. And here's the thing. This is our experience. We're not telling you not to go. We're just telling you, hey, here's what our experience was, and it's up to you to decide. And there's some questions that you can ask, and a way that you can really properly research this campground, and so that you can have a really great experience.
Yeah, this is strictly our experience, our opinion.
Yeah.
We will, most likely, never tell you not to go because you'll want to experience yourself. But this was our experience.
Yeah, but it'll give you something to look out for, right? It'll give you something to look out for, look forward to, whatever that is. So, without further ado, Gold Ranch Casino and RV Park in Verdi, Nevada, which is very close to Reno, Nevada. So this is on the northern part of the state of Nevada.
Yes.
Some nearby attractions. What are the nearby attractions?
Well, like you just mentioned, Reno.
Yes.
Only about 15 minutes away. Lake Tahoe, which is about 45 minutes away. There's also the Lawson Volcanic National Park, and that's actually about 2 hours and 40 minutes away. We actually didn't get there in this trip, but that was partly because we didn't stay here very long.
Yeah.
So that's actually kind of the next kind of topic we talk about is, when did we stay and how long were we there?
What a segue. Typically we stay, because we're working full-time still. We're still both full-time workers. We're still full-time workers. And so we typically like to stay in a place a month to 6 weeks, because we have an opportunity to go out, when it's summertime and the days are longer, we go out after work, we can go out on the weekends. And so in 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, we can at least get to various places like we would have gotten to Lassen National Park had we been there longer. Yeah. In this case, we were only there for 2 weeks, and it was in the month of June 2022.
Yep.
All right. The next category is hookups. Were these full hookups? Yes, they were. So full water, power, and sewer. And I don't remember any issues with anything there.
No, I don't think there were.
Now, in this category, this is actually one of the categories that we're going to rate the thumbs up, sideways thumb, or down thumb on, because there are instances where people say that there's full hookup and then the power doesn't stay on or there's something screwy with the water, or the placement of the pedestal, or something weird like that. So we have this category, and it's a pretty important one. But with this one, there were no issues.
Yeah, no issues.
The next one is concrete or gravel site. Well, it was neither. It was asphalt.
Yeah.
But asphalt's not bad.
No.
I mean, if it's level, it's fine, and actually, we should probably use this as a category too for rating, because if a site is not level, that is a problem for a big rig. It's actually a problem for any rig.
I think it's a problem for any rig, but it's definitely a problem that you want to try to address.
Yeah.
No matter, I think, what your size is.
Yeah.
Because it can cause issues with, all
issues.
kinds of things. In particular, your slides. If you have slides, you really want a level rig. Your appliances. That could be.
Your refrigerator does not like to be tilted.
Yeah, I don't think your oven, your refrigerator, those things don't like being tilted.
Yeah.
So it's important, I think, to be level.
Yeah. And honestly, the spot we're in right now, we've got like way off level, like how we've never been off level before. And even walking around in the rig feels weird.
Yeah, you don't want to feel like you're on a cruise ship or anything.
It's very strange.
in your RV.
Don't like that. Yeah.
So yeah, so we definitely want to look for level sites, and this particular one happened to be asphalt.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't think there was any issues with being level here. You know, the other thing is if you're on gravel, pea gravel is the worst, but if you're on gravel or sand or anything like that, even if you have snap pads on your jacks, when those jacks go down to level your RV and then it rains like for the next 5 days, like it's rained in Oregon and various, you're going to sink into the mud.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
Soft ground kind of is not your friend.
No bueno.
Especially when it rains.
Yeah, yeah. The next category is access and road issues. So this RV park was interesting. There was 2 issues here. There was coming off the freeway, and then there was once we got into what we thought was the RV park. So coming off the freeway.
Yeah, so coming off the freeway, now this was part of our travels when we were going up 395 North in California, along the Sierras. And when we got to the 80 West, that's where we headed over to get to this campground. And there was really no issues with the drive itself. The interesting part was how abrupt the exit comes up as you're coming down a hill. So it's
from around the corner.
So it's it's kind of coming. You're on a decline on the 80 as you're approaching this particular exit for this RV park, and so. It was all kind of abrupt.
Yeah.
So you're doing, speed limits 60, 65, and then you're rapidly coming to an exit on a downhill. So, we're just bringing it up because it was just something we noted. It was just a bit abrupt.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of off-ramp.
No, it's a very short off-ramp. So the thing about that is if you're talking about 66 feet and you've merged over to the right and you're trying to get off and abruptly get off at an off-ramp, if there's anybody behind you or whatever trying to get around you, whatever, it's just really short, and abrupt.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it was actually kind of the same when you were going on, coming on
was the worst.
to head back to, because we went back to 395 when we left, so we had to go east on 80, and the on-ramp was as equally short.
Equally short.
And the bad thing about that, I guess, was it was coming on kind of a blind curve, so the traffic coming down the 80 going east, I mean, there's just no place to really merge. So you really had to try to hope that nobody was back there. And there was a lot of semis that used 80. I mean, it's a major interstate.
Yeah.
So anyway, the on and off ramps right at where this RV park is located, just isn't the best for particularly a large rig. But,
the on ramp
something to be aware of.
And the off ramp were the worst on ramps and off ramps in the history of on ramps and off ramps. Because I mean, we have an F450. That sucker's got some power to it. When you were getting on that on ramp, you need to punch it because those people are coming around that blind curve. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was
crazy.
It was a little something. And then the other thing about this particular category, which regarding access and roads, was once you did make that stop coming off the on ramp, then you're literally right there. I mean, the nice thing was the RV park was very much right off the freeway, but it was positioned kind of behind a gas station. There was a Sinclair right at that exit, or right past the exit, just a little bit. You make the left turn, and then basically there's a Sinclair. But there's not a lot of signage. I mean, there's a sign that says Gold Ranch, I think, RV Park, maybe a random arrow pointing somewhere. But we weren't really sure, so when we turned in, we actually didn't turn to get to the office. We kind of got a little confused and ended up having to make a U-turn in the parking lot, which thankfully there were no cars there. So at any rate, the signage wasn't the best. I mean, again, it's just behind the Sinclair, but you don't see that right away. And because there's just not a lot of room, there's not a lot of road, it was just easy to kind of get confused. So that was, I think, were the two kind of things we were noted as far as access and issues. Because once you're in the park, I think the
not a problem
moving around in the park was fine.
Yeah, moving to our spot, all of that was
moving
all
to our
fine.
spot, that was all fine.
Yeah, the other thing. I seem to remember though is that once we made that crazy U-turn in the parking lot and got ourselves positioned in front of the office, that was a short spot in front of the office too. We've been in some RV parks where people are stacked up one after the other coming into an RV park. I don't know how that would be in front of that office because there's no space in front of the office.
There's not a lot of space. I mean, there is a parking lot, but if there's cars in the parking lot,
you are in trouble.
It's not. Yeah, it doesn't have a really great setup for, to your point, if there's a lot of RVs coming in at one time.
Like this place that we're staying at right now. There are times when we've come off the road just with the truck, just coming in, and there's like 4 or 5 RVs lined up.
Yeah.
You know, they're all waiting to just pile right in. And so similarly with this place, there's just not a whole lot of room for that. Here, no problem, but there, not a lot of,
didn't have the setup
not a lot of space. The next thing is the lot spacing. So we had a pull-through spot, which was great. We were on the end, which was also great. So we're next to a grassy patch. The same thing with the place where we are now. So that's very nice. We would say that the lot spacing is pretty decent. We had a picnic table. We had some trees that had a lot of sap in them, and we had, what does that say? Oh, we were able to put our hammock out, which was nice because there's so many places where like, don't touch the trees, don't put your hammock up.
This one actually already had like little hooks in the trees, so
very nice.
Use our hammock.
Yep. Okay, so the next category is Wi-Fi and cell service. We used Verizon. I don't remember having any issues with Verizon.
I don't remember. I don't remember if they had a Wi-Fi at the campground. I think they did, but I think we just used our Verizon.
Yeah, a lot of these campgrounds have Wi-Fi these days because if you don't have Wi-Fi, then a lot of times people don't want to even come to your campground.
Right.
The problem is that most of the time the Wi-Fi is lousy. So we don't even know how this one was because we didn't use it.
Yeah, I don't think we used it.
The next thing is the laundry facility. We actually watched a couple of videos to kind of see what the park was like, and we saw one where somebody was going through the laundry facilities. It looked like a nice laundry facility. We just were only there 2 weeks, so we didn't end up using it. We have a washer in ours. We have a combo washer in our RV, so for small loads and the weekly loads, I just use that. It's when I need to do sheets, towels, blankets, rugs, you know, where I need to go to the RV park one, and we just didn't need to do that
or something.
Yeah. Other amenities.
Well, they had propane refill, which was nice. There was the gas station that we've already mentioned. The Sinclair was there. You know, it wasn't actually part of the RV park, but it was right on the, you know, the premises basically. And that had a mini mart in it, so there was quite a few things to pick from in there if you needed some you know, staples. Let's see, there was a Jack in the Box and some other, like a strip mall kind of situation behind the Sinclair. So I think there was another restaurant over there.
There was another, well, one of the restaurants was part of the casino, and another restaurant was, I think, just like a breakfast place. It was like a breakfast whatnot. And it was all just a, you know, quaint little, teeny little strip mall thing. So it's kind of convenient.
But it was nice if you needed something on, you know, quickly, or a breakfast from Jack in the Box or something like that.
Yeah.
They did have the casino, like you just mentioned. It was very little.
Very small casino.
Little.
Yes.
Don't think this is.
It is Nevada. You know, pretty much every gas station has a casino in it.
But it's not like what you'd see on the Strip. It was, you know, it was very small.
Yeah.
But they did have a casino. They had a pool at this RV park.
Yep.
And then they had really nice hiking trails that you could actually access right from the RV park. You could just walk down the aisle there. And the trails just went right up into the hills.
It was very nice. And you literally walk into the hills and you're like right in California. We were that close to the California border. When you think about where California and Nevada meet, right there in the elbow of
the state.
Of the state.
Right here.
Yeah, the elbow of, you know, like Nevada and California's here. It's like right there in the elbow.
Yes. Because there was that funny thing about, when we pulled up on the gas station sign where the RV park and everything, it said California State Lottery.
And we're like, what?
Why is
we were
there
in Nevada.
a lottery? And there was a building back off kind of to the side where you could go buy lottery tickets, and that was because that was California.
Yeah.
So that was really interesting, kind of having the boundary kind of split the parking lot and be one side, you know, California, the other side Nevada. So that was interesting seeing. But anyway, I think that was all there were for kind of amenities that we wanted to bring up. So
next section, or the next category, is pet friendly, and I would say this was pet friendly. They didn't have like a dog run and, you know, poopy bags and stuff like that all over the place, but they did have people had their dogs on leashes, and dogs were, you could bring your dog to the park or whatever. So I would say it was pretty pet friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty
I would
pet
say
friendly.
so.
Good management. Yeah, I think so. I think the management was good. This was a minute ago, so I don't remember all the details. But I do, from what I recall, I don't remember having any issues booking, any issues, getting questions answered. Sometimes you need to call the office or whatever. I don't remember anything like that.
Yep.
The next category is, on the management thing too, I would say that the park really felt like a safe park too. There were no issues with security or anything. Some parks we're in, we'll be sitting there, because we work during the day, we'll be sitting in there in the day. It's like, is that the police that just drove by? Should we be concerned? There was nothing like that here. So, I felt like it was a pretty safe park, nice and quiet also.
Yep.
The next category, grocery nearby and Instacart. Yes. So we used Instacart. I have no idea where that store was because I used Instacart and that was up to them to know where it was. But and it came from a Safeway. But we're so close to Reno. I'm sure there was all kinds of stuff over there.
Oh
in Reno.
yeah,
I just
and
have no idea.
I mean, we passed. There was. Yeah, I'm sure there were grocery stores, drugstores. It's Reno, so Reno's a good-sized city, so lots of stuff there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were able to use Instacart. There's a Costco in Reno too.
Yeah.
So there's lots of shopping.
Yeah. On that note, we went to a Cabela's. We didn't see a Camping World, Ace Hardware, Harbor Freight, or True Value, but there's likely something like that in Reno.
Yeah.
We just didn't happen to note it. But we did go to a Cabela's. So if you're looking for camping gear or anything like that, this was a massive. Maybe all Cabela's are this big.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, but that one was huge.
Massive.
And it's just like the next exit over. I mean, it's really, really close to the campground. So
Yeah.
you need anything, sporting good wise or whatever, Cabela's is right there.
Yeah, it's a very, very big store. The next thing is mail delivery and service. No problems there. In the 2 weeks that we were there, we might have received a package. I just can't remember what we might have received there. We typically have just packages sent to the campgrounds where we are. Mail delivery is really important to us as full-time RVers. We'll put a link to our video about how we get our mail service because our main mailbox is in San Diego. Shout out to Lance. High five, Lance.
Hi, Lance.
Yes, fist bump to Lance.
Thank you, Lance,
for keeping us on the road with our mail and keeping things shipped out to us. He's really been a great service. He's sort of like what's that service where people get their mail mailed to them? What's the one that not mailboxes, etc. There's a lot of RVers use these mail services, and it'll be in our mail video. So if you look at the description in our mail video, it's there. But he's kind of like that service, but that's just what he does on his own, and he's really been great. All right, special moments. We had a lot of special moments here. Even in 2 weeks, we got a lot done. Yeah. So I had my birthday.
Yay.
So that was exciting.
Birthday.
Yes. And my wife here had a lovely dinner for us at the Wild River Grill on I can't read her handwriting, the Riverwalk District right down in downtown Reno. So that was lovely.
That was nice.
And we had a fabulous visit from family on my birthday.
Sister came, and our niece and nephew.
Yes.
They came to visit. That was a lot of fun.
That was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed that.
And then
we did axe throwing while they were there, and Jake and Sarah, that's our niece and nephew. They did it for like 10 minutes, and they were like, okay, we're moving on.
We're moving on. Ooh, yeah.
That doesn't even count. You got 0.
There's a practice round.
Why? There's practice.
He's like, I can't even get it out now.
Yeah.
All right, Sarah, are you going to practice?
So we could go at the same time.
Yeah, we can play both.
Ooh, nice, Sarah. It's a good throw. But at least
teenagers are.
Yeah, that's the way that goes. Yeah. But that was really fun, and then we went into Tahoe. Was it
We went to Lake Tahoe.
East Lake Tahoe? I don't remember.
know.
South Lake Tahoe? I don't know.
North
The lake
Lake
is massive.
Tahoe, I don't know.
But it's a beautiful lake, and we had lunch on the lake, so we'll
we
share
had a
some
brunch
pictures
there.
of that.
That was really nice.
Very, very nice. We got a chance to meet our neighbor in the campground, Lynette, and her family,
They were right next to us.
Right next
and
to us.
they had a Momentum
and an F-450.
and an F450. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
so we chatted with them, and Lynette came in and kind of got some. I think she wanted to get some ideas.
She's getting some
She was
decoration
getting some
ideas.
yeah, some decoration.
Not that we've done anything in
not
here, 'cause
not that
we haven't done a ton of mods.
We
in
haven't
here.
done a ton.
We'll do a tour video
yeah, we are going to do that
one day.
soon.
Stay tuned.
But yeah, we met Lynette and her
Yeah.
husband, and
Yeah.
then we rode our e-bikes.
Yes, that was
Because
great.
we had picked them up. If you follow the channel, our last video was where we had them delivered, and then when we got to this RV park,
We assembled them all
actually
up and put
got
all
it
the
all put
goodies on
together,
it.
and then
Yeah.
took them for a spin. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a lot
That
of
was a lot
fun.
of fun. Here comes Alicia on her birthday gift, a new electric bike. She's having a nice little ride today.
We also got some mods done on the truck here, so that was pretty exciting. Yes.
Yeah, we went to a place called Truck Envy, and we've been wanting to kind of get one of those grills on the front, mostly because we drive around a lot of countries, roads, and countryside, and deer
of
and
animals.
animals jump out in
Yes.
front of you. So we were trying to do something to be a little more proactive, to help with protecting the truck. And then we also had them do a little maintenance on our tonneau cover rails. The rails and the kingpin hitch, they get a little too close. And we've tried all kinds of things to try to figure out, what we can do, short of replacing the hitch or taking off the tonneau cover. And there's just not a lot. But these guys were able to cut out the section that would get crunched if we had to make too tight of a turn. So that's actually worked out
been great.
quite well.
Yeah.
They just cut out the little metal sections just enough so that we can clear that. So that was nice. So they did a great job.
Yep. They also put a little step on the side. You know those little steps that come on
Oh,
some
yeah.
trucks already, to where you
Yeah.
can just step on that and get into the side of the truck.
Just get into the bed.
They put that on
they
too.
did that too.
They did a great
So
job.
they did a great job.
Yeah.
If we're ever in Reno again, we need some truck mods, we would definitely go back to them.
We would definitely go back to them. Yeah.
And then the last thing I think was I flew to San Diego.
Yeah.
And I did that just for the night. And it was because I was going to the San Diego County Fair to see my photos. I had 3 photos that were accepted into the international exhibition, their photography exhibition.
Yes.
So that was fun.
Yeah,
That
you're
was,
gonna put some of those photos
Yeah,
here?
I'll probably
Nice.
show those photos.
Yeah.
But so I flew down just for the day, just to participate in their whatever they called it, the photographers welcome, and then flew back
Yeah.
the next day. So that was
I think
nice.
we got everything.
I think we covered it all.
Yeah. Top 3, bottom 3.
Yeah, so top 3. So like I said earlier, I'd say one of the top 3 things is that it's very close to the freeway. I mean, you really just don't have to drive very far at all
Yeah.
to get there once you exit the freeway.
Yeah.
So it's nice and convenient.
Whenever you have that, though, you could always have a little bit of road noise. So if you're sensitive to that, just know that could be a thing.
Well,
I
it's
don't
funny.
remember
Yeah,
it.
and I don't even remember.
But I did write it on that little card.
Oh, you
That
did?
Little card. I put road
So
noise.
maybe
I don't know where the card is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember
I
it.
don't remember it being, extensive, but or excessive.
There are places where I remember
because there
the road
are
noise.
places where we have been where it does seem
Yeah.
really loud. So
Yeah.
I don't remember it being that loud here, but it was conveniently located right off the freeway. The other nice thing was it was close to several really nice city parks. We always like to get out. If we're not getting to a national park, then we like to go see the state and city parks. And this one actually had some really nice park spaces. So we did that, and then the park itself, the RV park, was actually really nice. I mean, it just had a nice setting.
Yeah.
There was trees that were all around, and some nice. The spacing was nice. I mean, I think it was just a nice park.
Yeah. I really liked it. I thought it was really nice. And bottom 3.
I think we talked about it, but I'd say the signage, for the entrance, that was a little challenging
That was
because
the
again,
worst.
we just kind of got a little confused, with coming in. So I'd say that's a bottom. And then what does that other one even say? I mean, it's my handwriting.
I know, and you can't even read it. It's the trees and the pine, the sap.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Hello, Charlie.
So they had some nice, pine trees
You're not
in
in
the
this
park,
video.
but it just happened to be that we had, we were parked under one, I guess, or close to one. And we had a little weather while we were there, rain, wind, and
It's a very windy situation up in here. We've been watching the wind gusts here, and they have been getting all the way up, way above 20. We're really grateful for our weather station because we can kind of see how the wind gets crazy. And so far it doesn't look really bad right now, but boy, I'll tell you, that gust comes along and it is nuts. You see Momentum Row here. It's pretty cool. All the Momentums. It's a pretty nice park.
it blew sap all over the RV and the truck. Because when we went out, the day after that kind of happened, I went out and I was like, what is all this brown stuff on the side of the RV?
It was a lot.
Because it was quite a bit. And I was like, what is this? I thought, and at first I thought it was just dirt. And then I went to go rub it off and it was sticky and tacky, exactly like sap. So I was like, oh crap, how am I going to get this off? And our niece, Sarah, hit the Google. And she
Hit the Google up.
She hit the Google up and she looked up that hand sanitizer would work. So I grabbed some Purell, and we had some sitting around here, and sure enough, it did a fantastic job. So if you have some other tricks like that for cleaning off sticky stuff, let us know, because I'm telling you, that Purell worked.
It was amazing.
Great.
Yeah.
So I think those were the bottom items. So that brings us to our thumbs up, thumbs down, paws up, paws down, sideways thumb. And this is based on
the three categories.
Based on our categories
hookups,
of hookups,
access and road issues,
and the lot spacing. And so I guess it's a sideways thumb.
And Pookie's giving it a sideways paw.
He's right here.
He's right here too. He's trying to jump up here to tell me.
Jump up here.
Oh, I want this to be a sideways paw.
Tell him it's a sideways paw.
Because I was trying to do my business, and this dog almost attacked me. Yeah.
Yeah, there was one little incident happened.
Yes.
That these kids at the RV that was a couple of ones away from us. I think the kids opened the door and they didn't have the dog secure, and it just
took off like a rocket. Yep.
So anyway, he says sideways thumb, sideways paw.
He did.
From Charlie.
Yeah, from Charlie. He's not into it. Alrighty, so this is the Gold Ranch Casino and RV Park in Verdi, Nevada, just outside of Reno. And I think that, take everything into consideration, do your research, see what works for you. And if you go to this campground, tell us what you think about it. Or if you've already been to it,
tell us what you like.
Drop a comment, introduce yourself, tell us what you thought about the park and what your experience was. We would love to hear about it.
We sure would.
Yes.
So, and also
subscribe, and share. And
I think that's it.
That's it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.